I woke up this morning, tied my boots up.
Wow, thank you for having us here at Death Valley Coffee Time. What a cool place.
No problem. You guys have a great day.
Yeah, we're headed off to that court hearing. What do you think? Yes. What do you think? What's your opinion about unfairly prosecuting people that on laws that haven't been passed yet? Don't you think that is? Yeah, that law. I don't think so either. I think the public should have an opportunity to know it and to read it and research it a little and maybe even vote on it if it's, you know, going to get imposed on you. That's my opinion. I don't either. Thank you. All right. You're awesome. All right, you're awesome. Thanks. What a cool store you guys got here. Yes, you do. And I heard you guys have Mexican food too. Okay. And the street tacos are probably the best thing. Is the street tacos or is it the nachos? Okay. They got sour cream and everything on them? Oh, that's sweet. Thank you. What was your name again? Sarah, I'm Paul. Pleasure's mine. Thank you. All right, have a good... Here we are, guys, leaving walking on foot in Beatty. Just saw the first court case associated with Ordinance 546, Nye County Ordinance. I witnessed one of our community members being prosecuted illegally, and they went ahead and filed the charges. They are going to give 6 months to hopefully get things resolved prior to sentencing, which is probably a good outcome because now there's a little time for the individual to be able to correct the problems on their property. But I don't see anything different on any of these other properties associated with what this particular one is. There's the same kind of thing with a lot of people's storage, automobiles, cars, so on and so forth, in lots out here, abandoned vehicles and all kinds of stuff. So I don't see why it's fair to prosecute one but not everybody. It just, something doesn't seem right. Here we are at the Beatty Museum. DeLee and Associates here, this building. That's who we just watched, Michael DeLee, do his presentation there, trying to fight for one of our community members. This time he was fighting for a Beatty community member. So next time, later today, it should be an Amargosa community member, and I think that will go probably continued because the courthouse closes in an hour, and it is a long hearing. That hearing was about 7 hours total, and now we're starting the next hearing, and I'm heading off to go meet my family and kids and get some food. It's been a long day. Thanks for letting me cover, guys. Appreciate it. Any and all of our watchers out there, YouTube, it's what it is. Out here in the streets in the rural community, walking in the desert, trying to make things right, trying to stand up for our community members and just being some moral support for the ones who are being attacked right now. Definitely was interesting though, that International Property Maintenance Code says right in it, Pahrump Regional Planning. They said on the stand that they believe that that was a mistake or typo, so I don't see how they're prosecuting our community members over mistakes that are clerically made on documents. That's it. It's all, folks.
Go back to number 10. Oh, no, I'm sorry, number 9. possible action, discussion and deliberation to approve, amend, approve, deny recommendations from the planning committee for changes to the International Property Maintenance Code. I'm gonna take this one because we can't make changes to the I.P.M.C. We can make suggestions to the county for their ordinance. So, and I want to get Lab up here because they've done a lot of work on this, and we've got the summary, but we don't have anything to attach it to. So, and without Brenda here, I think we're going to postpone the vote until next month. You can enlighten us.
Chewing bubble gum. Is that correct? Is it working? Hello? Can you hear me? All right. So the only consensus we had on our board was that we don't want this. Unfortunately, we don't got that option. So if you get a crap sandwich, the best you can do is put ketchup on it, and that's our attempt here. So the problem is this ties into, I'm going to quote them here, International Mechanics Code, International Plumbing Code, ICC Electrical Code, Uniform Mechanical Code, Uniform Plumbing Code, and National Electric Code. In my opinion, they could have stopped right there. That's good enough. Anything else you want to put in here on how to run the thing, that would have been fine too. But everything else they put in there after that is more restrictive than the things I just quoted. That's why they're in here. The problem is, wherever this was originally written, and I can't find where it was originally written, I'm going to guess Chicago. The people are on a fifth of an acre or less, and they were trying to start HOA rules for people that had houses long before HOAs came out. The county voted for this without even reading it, because if they did, they would have never voted for it. So we tried to take out everything that we could that wasn't involving public safety, or there was another thing. Health. Right, health and public safety. Take all that crap out that we could, that they tacked on there. So there's a whole lot that we removed because we can, because right at the beginning, it states these things are being enforced. Let's say them again: International Mechanical Code, International Plumbing Code, ICC Electrical Code, Uniform Mechanical Code, Uniform Plumbing Code, and National Electric Code. We can't do nothing to those. Those are government documents. Right here it says we got to follow them. All this other stuff that they tacked on here is more restrictive than those. And we don't need to be more restrictive than those. Questions?
We're going to have more questions when we go through this with the book, and then, we'll circle back on in September, because we have to make suggestions. So when I met with the county and said, hey, this isn't working for the rurals, sure, that was they said, well, we can look at your suggestions, because we can't change the code. So we can, what they look at as far as this book is diced down quite a bit from 150 pages. So that's what they use, the state mandates. But I'm going to say on the record that the county didn't want to do this, and they fought it. They just ignored it for the longest time. So we have a shot at making suggestions. I'm not saying they're going to turn a blind eye, but they're going to take a look, see what fits here.
We got you 7 pages.
But there's no reference, like take complete whatever out. We didn't have this, because I gave you the only copy.
When I got that one, it was 3 copies. So
Probably Brenda made.
Brenda had one copy. Someone else gave it down.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, I appreciate your work on it. So I'm going to have each board member study each piece, and they can come back in September, and we'll take a look. Thank you, Lab. I'm going to open it for public comment. Anybody have a comment on this?
Do we still have an option? My name is Paul Lemus.
Spell your last name, please.
Lemus. Do we still have an option to not adopt it and just say, we don't want to pass it at all, and motion to not pass it, and just get that on the record that for now we don't pass it, but if it wants to come back again next time, it can come to the table? Is that a possibility?
No,
Are we not doing a vote today because Brenda's not present?
we're not doing a vote today because we don't have enough grounds to figure out what the summary is. It's a summary without any reference.
Okay, to get more backup.
Well, we're gonna have, it's up to the board members now, because they did their job, they did what we asked, and their suggestions, as I said, but
Yeah.
they removed on several parts whole paragraphs. We don't know what those paragraphs are. So we want to make sure that when we send it up with our suggestions, that the board concurs.
So the county's already adopted it across the county. When I read the ordinance, I noticed on page 47, there was a spot that said, Pahrump Regional Planning only for the area associated with this. So now if we vote for it in our town, now we're automatically adopting those. I mean, I think that it would be better for us as a community if we don't want those to start getting on the record now that we don't want them, and we all say we don't want them, and then we can go ahead and try to rewrite it. But if we just keep allowing them to do it, see, the way it works in the bigger towns also, and if I got a second, the International Property Maintenance Code starts, and then comes the International Property Building Maintenance Code, the I.P.M.C book. So then they tie the two together, and that's basically how they come after you to, start filing charges, criminally prosecute people. And I don't think we're ready for that. I know I'm not. I don't support that. So I'm just saying it might be better for us to start getting on record that we don't want to do it than keep postponing it. That's my suggestion. Thank you.
Thank you. Just to clarify, when the county went over 50,000 population, it was mandated by the state. And the state was on the county's derrieres to put this in motion. And so, and it takes a lot of people, code enforcement and all that. They don't have the staff to do it. So they fought it for, not fought it for a long time, but they just said, we just don't have what it takes. So the RPC, that was, obviously that's where it belongs, but we have to abide by whatever. And it's by a complaint basis. I think we've had, 4 to 5 now? And only a couple of them have gone very far because the people fixed it. So, that's the thing. They give you what to do, you fix it, and it goes away. So, okay, I'm sorry. Go ahead and say your name.
Victor Easley, E-A-S-L-E-Y. Like what you said there, gentleman over there. It goes against our values as a community, probably close to 100%. It would be a financial burden for a lot of people, especially if we're targeted. They could be weaponized. And I'd like to read a quote by C.S. Lewis, that of all tyrannies, a tyranny sincerely exercised for the good of its victims may be the most oppressive. It would be better to live under robber barons than under omnipotent moral busybodies. The robber baron's cruelty may sometimes sleep, his cupidity may at some point be satiated. But those who torment us for our own good will torment us without end, for they do so with the approval of their own conscience. I strongly oppose this. If you guys can quash it, minimize the effect whatsoever, that'd be a wonderful thing. My wife and I lived 12 years under HOA Vegas, moved here 3.5 years ago. One thing I changed the light bulb or the weeds, but still it goes against our moral fiber. We're independent, free citizens, and we don't want this nonsense. So please do what you all can. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you.
So when you flip through those paragraphs that have been added to this that we took out, one of them cannot have natural vegetation or non-approved plants and vegetation on your yard. That there's no list of approved vegetation on your yard. People come to they just go it. They should have gone through it and took out the chunks that you can't enforce. How many people got a grease bush on their yard? I could, it cost me more than my house is worth to remove all the grease bushes off my yard, right?
I agree.
I say, send this to the county as is, delete all this crap, and let them decide which one is to keep.
We have to make the references, we gotta put it together, so that,
But we did put a cap on it, it's either 500 or 1,000.
Wow, thank you for having us here at Death Valley Coffee Time. What a cool place.
that wasn't, so, just to be clear, because I think we all agree with you here, okay, that's not an issue. Be clear, those figures, it wasn't just adopted by the county, that is part of that code. And that's what they go by, the state goes by. So once we went over 50,000, that was, like I said, more than
Section 112.4, the county. They didn't put a number in there, there's no number set by the state. The county left it blank, because they didn't bother to read and look at it, and they can do whatever they want later on. We pick the number for us, so that in our area, the fines can only be that high. Where in the county, there's no number in there, they left it blank. It's because it's a blank area.
it's saying it's by the state, and it's $1,000 a day, I mean, after they've gone to all $1,000.
I vote no on this. You don't want this here. If they want to bring it here, I think there should be a moratorium on people don't get here. It's a choice that everybody needs to make for themselves. We're already prosecuting people in our valley because this is already here. What we are trying to do is make sure that they can't prosecute people in our community without coming through these guys first. That's the way it should be, because they don't have a way set up properly to appeal what they're doing to the people that they're doing it to us.
Again, we went on the record 2019, we didn't want this. Again, we went on the record 2019, we didn't want this.
Rules that would suit people of Amargosa. Because I don't think the county commissioners really want to come out here and fight. There's probably too many rednecks out here. Judge and executioner of the I.P.M.C. Whatever he says, goes, period. I would suggest that along with the changes that the planning committee has made, is we find someplace in there that said Amargosa Valley Town Board up as the defining power for Amargosa Valley. The defining power for Amargosa Valley.
beside me, my only son. And listen closely, oh baby, to what I say. And if you do this, it'll help you some sunny day. Ah yeah, I'll be your simple man. Oh, take your time, don't live too fast. Troubles will come, oh, and they will pass.
Hey, how you been, brother? All right, you stay up, man. Good to see you out here. Peace.